this 112th session of Congress, the President has only signed 18 pieces of legislation. 15 of them are naming bills, naming a post office or a federal building for somebody. But most important, of course, in this fiscal crisis we're facing, we're finding it very hard to deal in a constructive way with this enormous crisis facing us. I tell you, but there is different. The debt ceiling has become this, as you know. It's become the authority to borrow money to keep the government going now. So we don't need to raise it to the trillions of dollars because the liabilities are not coming forward now. But it's good for all of us to talk about them. Incidentally, I didn't mention that the proposal I made on Medicare with Coburn extends the solvency of Medicare by at least 30 years. Because otherwise it's going to go by the early part of the next decade. The hospital insurance fund of Medicare is going to go bankrupt, and some experts think it's going to go bankrupt in 4 or 5 years. But here's the good news, and this is, you know, like the miracle of compound interest. Debt works that way in a way too. Our proposal would reduce the unfunded liabilities of Medicare over the 75-year horizon by $10 trillion. So there is a reward for all of us contributing something to solve this problem. Thank you very much. None of us have seen in detail, really, what the balanced budget amendment proposals will be. There are about three of them around now. Actually, I signed on to a cost cap proposal, which caps spending at 20.6% of GDP, because that's the 40-year average of spending. And it's possible to get the House Republicans to support something like the Reid-McConnell proposal, that there will be some legislation adopted which will cap spending over probably a 10-year period, but you'd have to ease into it slowly because in both ways. The tough part is you can cap spending, but you know this is what the president called peas. In my upbringing, it was spinach. We also have to raise revenue, and we have to do it in the way we've traditionally done in this country, progressively. Bo Simpson had some really excellent ideas for what we call now tax reform. It means cutting back some of the tax loopholes, but actually lowering some of the tax rates in a way, for corporations particularly, that might help to create incentive to build jobs. Final word, of all the things, look, in terms of where the economy is, 9.2% unemployment, we adopted a very big stimulus. We adopted significant tax cuts. The Federal Reserve used monetary policy. We've done just about everything that the federal government could do to create more jobs, to get the economy going. To me, the one thing remaining that I think would have a catalytic effect on the market, on confidence in America, is if Congress and the President got together and really adopted a real, not phony, a real budget plan that would reduce our deficits and debt. Thank you very much.